Imagine the sound of sunlight hitting the surface of a swimming pool in California, the sound of water rippling, the sound of a man's voice speaking about color, about light, about the way the world looks when you see it through a painter's eye, the sound of a man who became one of the most influential figures in contemporary art, a man who defined the British pop art movement, a man who changed the way we see the world, a man who changed the way we see art, a man who changed the way we see everything. David Hockney, the visionary British painter whose vibrant, sun-drenched depictions of Southern Californian swimming pools and sharp intellectual inquiry into human perspective transformed contemporary art, has died at the age of 88, his publicist, Erica Bolton, confirming on Friday, June 11, 2026, that the pioneering artist passed away peacefully at his home in London, just 1 month short of his 89th birthday. A quiet, gentle end to a life that was anything but quiet, anything but gentle, anything but ordinary. The exact cause of death has not been disclosed by his publicist, who simply announced that the 88-year-old artist passed away peacefully at his home in London. Hockney had previously suffered a minor stroke in 2012, but maintained an active studio presence and continued to create art until his passing. A man who knew what it felt like to work, to paint, to create, to live, to be everything that mattered. David Hockney was born on July 9, 1937, in Bradford, West Yorkshire, England, the fourth of 5 children born to Laura and Kenneth Hockney. His father, Kenneth, was a tinkerer whose inventiveness was legendary, and his mother, Laura, was a devout Methodist and strict vegetarian who brought up her children lovingly, and in the course of doing so had to abandon some of her convictions. A mother who encouraged her son to become an artist and to move from the art college in Bradford to the Royal Academy of Arts in London. A mother who knew what it felt like to love, to support, to believe, to be everything that mattered. He never even considered a profession other than that of an artist. A boy who knew what it felt like to dream, to work, to create, to live, to be everything that mattered. He attended art school from the age of 16. And he rose to prominence in the 1960s as part of the British pop art movement before gaining international acclaim for his colorful depictions of California life, portraits, and innovative use of new technologies. Hockney was a British painter, photographer, printmaker, and digital artist who became one of the most influential figures in contemporary art, a man who knew what it felt like to change the world, to change the way we see, to change the way we feel, to change the way we live, to change the way we are. For David Hockney, love is the origin of all creativity and art, which is why his loved ones and loving partners turn up repeatedly in his works. He depicted his own partner of many years, Peter Schlesinger, among others in a famous pool painting, a man who knew what it felt like to love, to be loved, to create, to be everything that mattered. Hockney worked through the separation from Schlesinger in Jack Hazan's film A Bigger Splash, in which he plays himself, a man who knew what it felt like to be broken, to be healed, to be everything that mattered. Gregory Evans, Hockney's former assistant and partner, often modeled for the artist, and Hockney painted more than 40 portraits of him in various styles, a man who knew what it felt like to love, to create, to be everything that mattered. Hockney was never married. He was openly gay throughout much of his career and was known for incorporating LGBTQ+ themes into his work long before homosexuality was widely accepted in Britain, a man who knew what it felt like to be different, to be brave, to be everything that mattered. His personal life and relationships often influenced his art, a man who knew what it felt like to love, to create, to be everything that mattered. He owned residences and studios in Burlington and London, as well as 2 residences in California, where he has lived intermittently since 1964. One in the Hollywood Hills, one in Malibu, and he has an office and stores his archives on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood, California, a man who knew what it felt like to travel, to live, to be everything that mattered. On November 15, 2018, Hockney's 1972 work Portrait of an Artist, Pool with 2 Figures, sold at Christie's auction house in New York City for $90 million, becoming the most expensive artwork by a living artist sold at auction, a man who knew what it felt like to be valued, to be loved, to be everything that mattered. David Hockney had an estimated net worth of $200 million, a figure that reflected his career as a painter, as a photographer, as a printmaker, as a digital artist, as a father, as a partner, as a friend, as a family, as everything that mattered. But the number never mattered to him, never defined him, never measured what he was doing, never measured what he believed in, never measured the life he was living, the family he was building, the legacy he was creating, the impact he was having on the world, on the people, on the culture, on the stories, on the lives that he touched, that he changed, that he saved. His lifestyle reflected a man who remained deeply connected to both England and California throughout his life, who was known as a pivotal and influential presence in modern art, who maintained an active studio presence until his passing, who was recognized for his vibrant personality, his deep connection with the world, his love of color, his love of light, his love of everything that mattered. A man who knew what it felt like to be loved, to be respected, to be remembered, to be everything that mattered. His most famous paintings include A Bigger Splash, Portrait of an Artist, Pool with Two Figures, Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy, American Collectors, Fred and Marcia Weissman, and Peter Getting Out of Nick's Pool, works that are considered influential and defining in 20th and 21st century contemporary painting, works that are valued at millions of dollars, works that are seen in museums around the world, works that are seen in the hearts of people around the world, works that are seen in the minds of people around the world, works that are seen in the souls of people around the world, works that are everything that mattered. Hockney is considered an influential and defining figure in 20th and 21st century contemporary painting, a man who knew what it felt like to change the world, to change the way we see, to change the way we feel, to change the way we live, to change the way we are, a man who knew what it felt like to be loved, to be respected, to be remembered, to be everything that mattered. If David's story, the image of a man who painted swimming pools, who painted light, who painted color, who painted love, who painted life, who painted everything that mattered, moved you, then please consider giving this video a like and sharing it with someone who might need a reminder that the most important things in life are not what you own, what you achieve, what you create, but who you love, how much you love, how deeply you love, how much your love matters, how much your love changes the world, how much your love changes lives, how much your love changes everything. If you want to stay connected to stories like this one, stories of people who have left their lives behind in the quiet corners of the studio, the gallery, the museum, the page, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new episode.